Welcome to Unit 4, Lesson 3. I'm going to run you through how the Lesson 3, each of the bubbles. I really encourage you to sit and struggle for a while with each of these before continuing playing on in the video. But I am providing this resource just to be sure that you don't get stuck and can't figure something out. So first up, we'll go into Bubble 1. Again, these first bubbles just kind of tell you about it, provide any resources. There aren't resources for this one. The resource is linked into your Canvas account for the Unit 3 guide. So anyway, what you're going to do, these first few are fairly simple. You're going to run it, watch the variables change, and then if you don't have a partner, you can just kind of think about what lines are variable being created and what are they being assigned, and then you're going to change your favorite number and favorite food. Okay, go ahead and stop the video and do that. Welcome back. To change your favorite number, you can see right here that you can just change your favorite number. You can input any number you'd like. Maybe I'm going to put 5. And then there's a favorite food. Where is it? Right here, pizza. Instead of pizza, you can change it to anything. I'm going to change it to chicken. And then I'm going to run it. And again, your speed's right here to change the speed. And all of it's printing down here because it's all console logs. So that's how that first one works. When you're finished, you can click Finish, Continue, and that's going to change your bubble to a green bubble so that you've done it. The next one, again, fairly simple. Looking at capitalization, it's called camel case, where the first letter is lowercase, first letter of the second word is uppercase. These two things are not the same thing. We don't put spaces between them. And variables, as we learned in a previous lesson, can't start with a number, so you can call it variable 2, but you can't call 2 variable. Okay, we want to make things meaningful as well. So we run the program, and then we take a look at the red warning signs. You can see which errors are appearing. Make mine bigger so you can see that there's an error here and an error here. So go ahead and there's a few more below that. So go ahead and stop your video and try and figure out how to fix that and then come back. Welcome back. Hopefully you were able to fix it, but if not, couple of things on line 14, camel case. So the second word, the first letter has to be capitalized. That'll fix the first error. Second one is a spacing issue. So you can see right here, let's see if I can get down there. Okay, so my pet name, I don't know why it keeps flipping up. But anyway. I'm going to just zoom out and see if that'll stop it from flipping around on me. So let's backspace this because there can't be a space between the letters. Here we can see that weight is actually not one of our variables above. It's pet weight, and then the weight has to be capitalized, so pet weight. And then pet name, our first letter cannot be capitalized, so we need to change that. Then you should reset it and run it, and it should work. Again, you can speed it up so you can get it out quicker. Again, finish that one up and move on to your next one. But before, again, we're always starting the same way. Run it, figure out what happens. Again, you can speed it up. And then you can see where it says some things that we want to add. So we want to add code to the 3 lines that are missing answers. You can see what is 1 divided by 7. There isn't an answer. So we need to add some of that. So we want to know what do the numbers 1 through 10 add up to. As you can see above, I'm going to mirror this line in line 10. So I'm going to do console log. It should automatically start popping up. And then with console log, we want to add those up. So within it, we want 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. And we'll space those out so it'll read it. You can either leave them all spaced together or space them out. I like to make it look right. So, and then you can't forget at the end, you have to have the semicolon. That ends your line of code. So we want to put that in there. And then the next line of code looks very similar. So I'm actually going to copy and paste this. You will probably end up doing that a lot in code and changing these to the multiplication sign. Forgot space there. So yes, this one does take a little bit to go back in and do all this editing, especially since they add so many numbers. But once you get it done, it should be good. But at least the last one is easy. So add your line of code. I'm going to move this up so I can see it. Again, we want console log, and then we want 1 divided by 7, and then we can't forget our semicolon at the end. That'll complete it. When you reset and run this, now you should get answers to all of those questions down in the console log. Okay, then we finish that one up. That completes bubble 4. Bubble 5, we're looking at your age, and we're going to calculate your age in various different quantities like months, how old you'll be in 50 years, things like that. So we run it, keep an eye, we run it, and then you can also keep an eye down here on this watch to see what happens there. So let's run it, and then again I'm going to speed it up just for time's sake. You can see at the end, age 16. So it's monitoring that. Your age is 16. If you would like to change that to be your actual age, you can change that within the code. It does ask you to add in 50 years, I will be. And we're going to mirror this code right here. So we need a console log button. You can also do this, I'm going back and forth, but you can do this in the show text. You can show text and type it in too. But I'll show you here how this works. We're going to need a plus button, and we're going to mirror that line 15. So my age, camel case, plus 50 in this case because it wants 50 years from now. Then it'll add the years old, and we're good. And then we want to do the same thing for the next one, but we're going to do it a little bit differently just because it wants to calculate it in months, so we can't just do a simple addition problem. So instead of addition, we want to do multiplication. So in this one, we will multiply my age. So I spelled that wrong. My age times, there are 12 months in a year, and that's going to calculate your age. Reset it and run it. And then it's got all your answers down in the console log. Sorry, I forgot to tell you to stop the video, so if you didn't stop and figure it out on your own, hopefully you can repeat that yourself. Let's go ahead and finish up that bubble. Bubble 6. Two operators, when we join them together, we call that concatenate. It's a big word. Concatenation we saw in our previous lesson with adding the exclamation point to the last one. And so when we join those together, concatenate is what we're calling. Two strings or a number and a string. So sunrise, we get sun plus rise. For plus ever, forever. That's concatenate. And then we learn a new one to do this / end character. This will add a new line, and that's going to become important. So go ahead and run the program, see what it does, and then check back. So go ahead and stop your video and go ahead and do that. Okay, welcome back. In this, we're going to look down here. We've run the program, see what it does, but we're going to write our answer to the last two questions. So right here, how many days have you been alive? And so we want to add the code there to do that. You can either do it with show blocks or you can do it here. So console.log, and we need a math problem. We're going to do, I think it was age, isn't it? Yeah, the variable is age. and times 365, because it's saying 365 days in a normal year unless it's a leap year. So that will now print our age, and then we need to finish it with the semicolon. And then add line here, there are 12 months in a year. So how many months have you been alive? Console.log, spell it right. We'll do age again, and then we'll do times 12, since there are 12 months in a year, and finish that off with a semicolon. And then I think we're good. Speed this up, see if I did it right. How many months have you been alive? There we go. How many years? And then, oh yeah, and then up at the top, I forgot to change this. It was the how many weeks have you been alive? So we've got that. Oh, I forgot the I am alive. Sorry. I was wondering, that did look funny. So we want to copy what is in line 12 up here. I've been alive about plus our age times 12. We need another one of these. Plus, we need it to be, this one is months. Exclamation point, and then that /n. Let's put that right, /n. Okay. And I know I forgot another one. There's another one up there too that I needed to finish right here. So let's Control C. We'll just make this a little quicker. We need to put some parentheses around that. We need to add our operator, another operator. And then this one was days. Now if we reset it and run it. So you can see I've been alive about that many days. And then if you want it to space out correctly, we can add some spaces in here. Days. And then down here, same thing. We can do that. Space that out. And then reset, run. Then it should print and run. So if I make this bigger, you can see 16 years old. I've been alive about that many weeks. It's got all the spaces and things it needs. Then I'm going to stop this video and I will pick back up where I left off in the next video. But you can go ahead and finish this one and continue on to number 7 to be ready for the next video.